Session here to go over how to do keyboard input within your Java programs. There are three things that you need to do. You need to import the util library at the top of your program. You need to construct a scanner object. Once you construct that scanner object, you use scanner methods to take in different types of variables. Before we get into looking at the code, remember, this is just another way to assign a value to a variable. You are just doing it when you run the program via the keyboard. So here's step one. At the top of your program that you want to have keyboard input with, put in this statement right there, import java.util.star semicolon. That's step one, import the Java util, or short for utilities library. Step two, create a scanner object or construct a scanner object. So I have this all written out. I'm just going to uncomment it. That is creating a new object because you see the word new. The new object's type is a scanner. Its name is scan, so we're going to refer to it with scan because that's its name. Step three can take multiple different forms. Use scanner methods. So I'm declaring a variable. Remember, that's what we're doing. It's simply making a variable, but this right here on the right side of the assignment operator is the part that makes your program stop when you're running it and takes in a characters and creates it as a string. So that's why we're assigning it to a string. That is how you do scanner methods and to take in a string. And like I said, too, this is just a different way to assign a value to a variable. So you should put a prompt, a print line statement before that that asks them, what do you want? What kind of data do you want in there? So similar thing down here, but I'm going to take in not a string. If you want this to be an integer, you need to do that. Okay, I'm assigning a value to a variable of type int. So the method that I use, the scanner method, is nextInt for this one. So scan.nextInt. 3.5, you do, when you take in an integer, you should add a blank. Next line, it just deletes the return keystroke that you press when you enter in an integer. It's kind of silly, but it is something that you should do if you don't want troubles later in your program. So once those things are assigned, I can use those variables name, that variable age, the same way as I have before, but those values will be assigned when I run it. You might recall this program here, so here's what it looks like in the wild. Once I have a scanner object made, I can ask for a first name, I can ask for a last name, I can ask for a graduation year, so string int, so you're going to see next line, next int, and then eat or take care of the return. And then you can use those values that are typed in at runtime the same way you could using substring. I can use and I can keep going. I can reassign them and do it again. So those variables have already been declared. I'm just assigning new values to those variables. So that's keyboard input. Hope this helps. Let me know if I can help you at all.